Let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to use the painting tool inside of the game kit. We'll go up to our kit tools on the top of the menu, create new scene. Let's just call this one paint and create. This will set us up with all the basic setups for all the parts and pieces for the game kit so that we can use that. Now, what we currently have inside of our vegetation painter are a set of ones already made for us, meaning that I can put this one in, move it over here, create pieces and parts. But if you want to make a new instance painter, then let's go ahead and start fresh here. So inside of vegetation painter, I'm going to right click and just say create empty. And we'll just call this one plants. We'll add a component called instance painter. Instance painter wants the root transform. So we want to assign this one, which means we'll do the vegetation painter and place it right there. The layer mask, be sure on your layout, on your layers, be sure your layers that you have at least one called collider. So I'm going to go for the layer mask and choose collider. That means anything that is collider is going to be able to be painted onto. So if we go to our plane, which is this object right here, be sure that the layer is also set for collider. Let's go back to our plants. Now we want to add on the prefab palette, we want to add at least two so we can see them switch back and forth. The prefab palette has two elements. We're just going to drag, if you go into your 3D game kit, prefabs, environment, and then go into any of your vegetation, large, medium, small. You can also go into stonework, for instance, if you wanted to place objects inside the scene, if you want to place in rocks inside the scene, you could use those. I'm just going to use the vegetation small. We'll drag this one into the prefab 1 spot, and then I'll use we'll do ground cover for the second one. Now notice the buttons don't show up right here. If you click off of it and then back onto it, then you'll have the previews showing right there with the thumbnails. Now the brush currently is set to 5, which means it's really large. It's going to cover more area. So if I was to click, I would drop in the whole set right there. Now, if you take your the brush radius, say we take this down to like 2, now all of a sudden it gets a little bit smaller. You can change the density if you want more or less inside of it, and then you can click back and forth on these to place them in. So there you go. So this sets you up so that you can actually create your own set of instance painters. This can be used not only in the 3D game kit, but you can use this in any scene inside of Unity that you want to use a brush painting system onto an object.